Hi everybody, it's Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook. I'm going to turn this air down a little bit. I can't turn it down too much because I just filmed a whole video I'm in my husband's Jeep. I had some trouble with my car. I heard some funky sounds yesterday, so I was like, I'm not using it. I'll just take his Jeep. So I'm in his car and I'm holding the camera, which is not good because it's going to be like, you're going to be like, whoa, I feel sick. So I'll see how long my bicep can hold this phone here. But I just did a whole video. I had it set right here on my little, like a little stand there. See, like that. And I thought it was good. And I'm kind of chopped off in that picture, but I thought it was good. I'm going to try again. I'm setting it there now. You just won't get the top of my head. What are we going to do? You know? But I go back to look at it and it's skewed. So I guess the internals of the phone was making it think that it was held vertical as opposed to horizontal. Let me see if I can put my chair back, and then you won't see like just oh my god. You know when you put somebody else's car. Oh wait, hey, that's not too bad, right? What? Oh. And then, you know, I hate doing that in people's cars because I know everybody has their own setting that they want and they don't want other people messing with it. So, yeah, here I am. I'm super sweaty because I didn't have the air on in the first video and I was like, by the end I was so hot and like, no. So let's see if I can remember what I said in that video. It's Friday Reads. Here I am. I'm at pickup. I am reading right now. I told you this time, What Storm, What Thunder by Miriam J.A. Chansey, and what a lovely surprise when I took the book jacket off that is a golden hummingbird on the top. So I'm super happy because I always feel sad, partly sad that I can't leave on. I can, but I'm just not. Some people are better with preserving their book, jackets while reading them. I am not, so I always take them off. So I was so happy when I took it off and I saw this. I'm like, oh, so it still looks pretty. I'm reading this one. I'm trying to think of what I told you in the last video. The last video was so interesting. It was so good. You know, I feel so sorry. And if this one turns out that by sitting on this little thing, that it's going to do the same thing, then I'm going to be very angry. The video will be angry. They'll be like me. I'll be like, hi, it's Belinda's Book Nook. So, anyway, here I am. And here comes the school buses. Okay, so I got a little time to get in here before the kids start coming out of the school. I am reading this one, and this one is about Haiti. Remember I told you. And I have to say I'm halfway through it. I am enjoying it. I am appreciating it. That's the word I want to say. I find it hard to say I'm enjoying when I'm reading something that's really heavy and it's not something that I'm enjoying. I feel it's false. So let's say I'm appreciating this story. I'm appreciating this author for making you have these kind of feels about when devastation occurs, what really happens to the people, what happens to the people that are there, what really happens. And not just when people come to provide aid, what's going on before, what's going on during, what's going on afterwards when, the cameras are gone and things like that. And so it's very heavy. There's things in here that, rape. So there's a trigger warning there on that. And that really, really was disturbing to me. And it's hard for me to read that. I know when we read certain things and you come across it quite often, you can become a little bit sensitive to it or desensitized. But I'm not there because I try not to read things like that. There's some harm to animals in this story. And having now Ella as, a dog and a pet, and having pets as a child, those things really bothered me in the story. I am appreciating this book, and I know it's very important. It's important for everyone. In particular, I think here in the United States, it's great for us to be able to see another aspect to what happens when devastation occurs outside of the United States and how we respond to it. And also, like I said, what's really happening to the people inside. So it's a really good book. I'm halfway through. I'm hoping to finish it by mid of next week, the middle of next week. Yeah, that's the goal. The other one I'm reading is Pleasant View by Celeste Muhammad. This is, can you see it? There we go. This is the read along for the Caribathon, because I'm reading all these books for both Read Caribbean and Caribathon. So this one is for, I think they're reading it from the 8th to the 18th. And you all know me, I am going to have to wait, and I'm going to be reading this probably past the 18th. But that's okay as long as I finish it by the end of the month. I know they're going to have a discussion, and if I get far enough, I may still join the discussion even without having finished it. But I look forward to that, and I'm not sure, so you'll have to check on the channels to find out. Comfy Cozy Up and Run Right Reads channel to find out when they're doing the discussion, and I'll link below their channels if I remember. I'm in the car. I will link below their channels so that you can go and find out all that information as well. And if I know again before then, I'll let you guys know if I record again. This one, I've only read one. It's short stories. It's set in Trinidad and Tobago, and or I think is it in the 50s? Or maybe it's now. But the first story already has got me like, oh. Here's the thing. I, as a Black person in America, am on a mission to continue to broaden my education, because I feel that there was a lack of, especially when it comes to history in this country, and history in terms of how it's presented elsewhere in this country. And so I have made it a mission that I'm going to always continue to read more nonfiction books, or not more, but read nonfiction books to be able to educate myself on the missing pieces that aren't there. So that said, this is both of these are fiction, but based and giving you perspective are very important to these experiences. And so I know kind of what I'm getting into, but like I said, the trigger warnings of rape and abuse to animals and really are things that I don't read on a regular basis, so it's really heavy and hard for me. So that's why I know that I'm kind of pumping the brakes, going slower on this book. And this one, I haven't even finished the first short story. It has like that, it has that same kind of vibe. So what I should have done is started off really with a cute, sweet fiction that was light to begin with, and then I could have been able to, kind of digest these or mix it in here. I might try to go find an audiobook this weekend that I can kind of sandwich in these two, because I'm like, yeah, read them though. Don't listen to me and say, I don't want to read it. I don't want to do the hard time. I think it's important that we have to, sometimes reading isn't just fully escape. It's sometimes we have to just do the work. And I know I say this all the time, so I'll get off the soapbox. So there's those two books that I'm reading right now. Ella update. I'm loving her still. And she is having her first puppy trim today. So what happens is, I'm learning all of this stuff now, so I will be like an authority soon. But that they freak out because they don't want to get handled by somebody else and get bathed and haircut and the clipper sound, and very sensitive to sounds and stuff. So she gets a puppy cut the first time where they'll trim around her eyes, which is essential because now she's like the shaggy dog. Like you can't see her eyes good. And they'll trim around her paws. I think they do her teeth. They will clip her nails, and they will cut the hair on their paws, and they'll give her a bath and dry her. And then they'll determine where she is on that scale. Like, does she need to do another puppy one, and me doing some things at home to help her calm down. Like I do comb her to try to get that going. And I do have given her baths. I can't wait to hear what they say with her with the with the dryer, because whenever I do it, she tries to like eat the air as I'm blowing it at her, and then she starts barking, and then it's done. So I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but it's been a process of me like really looking and trying to find a good place. Some of these places have had really bad reviews. This one had excellent reviews. It looks like a great clean place. I am still nervous though, because you don't stay, like you leave your dog, and so I'm like, I'm leaving my dog. Will I get my dog back? I think once I do it, I will feel okay. I mean, the vet's one thing, but a groomer, I don't know. I think I'll know when I get there and see it in person how I feel. But she's supposed to leave her there for about an hour and a half, and then you'll come back and they'll tell you how it went and everything. So that's her today. So think about her today. If she's going to be a good girl, I know she's going to be a clean girl, and she'll be able to see better today. So that's all good. She had her vet's appointment recently, and she gained 4 pounds over the past 4 weeks since she'd been to the doctor. So she's 28 pounds right now, and her max is supposed to be 40. She's a medium golden doodle. There's no exact science. She could turn 45. She could be 35 in the end. But I'll tell you this, 28 pounds when we go for our evening walk has really, I will by the end of the year have some really cut biceps, because I am constantly pulling it like this when a person or a dog goes by, and she gets so loud and really wants to like jump on them. And yeah, so that's me. I'm the annoying one right now, but I'm working on that. One last thing I guess I'll give you that's not book related, because guess what? I just have become that person on my BookTube channel talking about other things. My garden this year, I was going to do seeds, and then the whole Ella transaction happened, and I had to get ready for puppy, and so I put the seeds in late. So I have big plans. I don't know if I'm too late for the season. We'll find out. I do want to do a garden vlog like I did last year. I want to do a couple of those because I think that's fun. But I have nothing to show you right now. They're just really little ones. Some of them are coming up, some haven't. I might do, maybe I kind of need to see like time lapse of it growing too. But so that's where I am with the garden. This weekend I hope to get out there and do a little weeding and do some other stuff in there just to kind of, polish it up a bit. And then that's it. Let me know what you guys are reading for. Are you reading anything for Caribathon or Read Caribbean? Let me know if there's some lighter books, because one of the things I think about when I'm reading this is that it's all good, and these are really great important books, but I get fatigued by so much death. I forgot the word somebody referred to it when I felt like they were trying to say they're being disingenuous, like that they're doing like trauma porn, right? So for example, like they would just be books that are about really bad things that have happened just for the sake of, it will sell and it will get a sound bite or what have you. So I don't think these books at all are that way. But what I am saying is that I want to get that balance so that I'm reading fiction, nonfiction, and lighter things in both of those two categories. I don't think that it has to be exclusive, that nonfiction has to be down and depressing. It can be also something factual and interesting, and that would be wonderful as well. So I need to balance that out. I have some mysteries, Caribbean mysteries that I could have read. At this point, I think I'm just going to stay the path and continue what I'm reading. But I think that that's what's happening with me. In terms of my reading slump, I think that I am getting closer to coming out of it. I have read some graphic novels, which thank you for people that have reminded me of that, and some comic books. My son and I had gone to the comic book store and bought comics on Comic Book Day. And so I was reading those, and that's helped a lot too. I think it's just, this is the ebb and the flow. Right now we're getting into my garden season and me being out in the deck and the patio, and so I naturally slow down. So we will see, but let me know what you guys are reading, and see, she's already destroyed one of my bookmarks a little bit here. And let me know if I drive you crazy talking about Ella. I don't mean to. And this is my birthday month. I just wanted to say my birthday's coming up soon. But I decided this year that I think I'm not going to that I'm not going to buy a bunch of books for my birthday. What? Wait, did you hear the record stop? I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to. I know this weekend I could go. There's this bookstore I know that they have their anniversary and they always have sale and music and all sorts of pastries. And I love to go to that. And I usually buy a couple. I'm really trying to be good about my bookshelf. And I'm aware really much so now that I've cleaned them, that I have a lot of books I haven't read. So buying 20 more books for this birthday is only going to add to the stress. So I'm going to probably take it easy on that. I'll get maybe a couple books, but yeah, so this turning over a new leaf, I tell you. That does not mean that I won't be buying books throughout the year. So let's hold the fort, okay? But I hope you guys are all well. And I said goodbye a minute ago, right? I think so. So I'm going to say it again. Have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to talking to you guys. And I pray that this video is in the right orientation. Because if it isn't, this video that you will not be seeing, but the next video that you will see is probably angry. So I hope so. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you guys next week, okay? Bye!